right, so this is worksheet 3-6 for the class Language of Algebra. You guys know the drill. If you're in my class, pause and grade yourself. If you're not and you would like to learn these concepts live, check out the description of this class below and you will see a link that will bring you to OutSchool. That is where I teach, and you can sign up for this class yourself. So hopefully you have paused it because I'm about ready to get started. %. Let's get started. So in this one, you'll see I already put that little dot there. 3 is being multiplied to the d, so the opposite operation. Ooh, this is too close to the same color. So the opposite operation would be to divide. What I do to one side, gotta do to the other side. Gotta be fair to that equal sign. It means to be equal. So we gotta follow those rules of equality. All right. And 3 goes into 57 19 times. All right, in this one, we want to take that negative with us when we divide, or we're just going to have to worry about it later, okay? I mean, you could keep it there, but it is a negative number. Let's take the negative with it. All right, leaving us just with P. 8 goes into 88 11 times. Positive and a negative is going to make it a negative 11. All right, so 9 is dividing the end, and the opposite operation of that is to multiply it. Got to do it on both sides because of those rules of equality, and I'm left with 9 over here. If I take these two times themselves, I'm going to get 7, carry the 2, 54, 55, and 56. Positive and a negative, it's going to give me a negative. All right, the negative 9 is dividing the y, so to undo it, I've got to multiply on both sides. Okay, these are going to cancel out, just leaving me with y. 11 times 9 is 99, positive, negative, negative answer. I'm going to flip-flop this. You don't have to, but for me, it's easier to see what's going on. Now I can see this is multiplying c, so I'm going to divide it. I'm going to take that negative with it. All right, so the answer is C. 3.8 actually goes in here evenly, I believe. Let's just do the math. Okay, so I need to move the decimal place over 1, which is going to put it here and up here in my answer, and that's going to make that 38. I know my answer is going to be negative because a negative and a positive. So that goes in one time. Bring down my 4. 38 goes into 114 3 times. That's actually even because that's 24, carry the 2, 9, 10, 11. So, yep, it's an even number of 13, a negative 13. All right, so to undo this multiplication, I'm going to have to divide both sides by the 2.4. I know my answer is going to be negative because I have a positive and a negative number. And I'm going to go ahead and write my numbers in. I can drop these decimals, same place value, so I don't really need them. All right, so 24 will go into 116. 116, I'm going to say 8 times. So I might be wrong, actually. Let's try the 9. It's 36, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, I was wrong. 9. It's okay to be wrong whenever you're guessing for this type of stuff because you can just do it again and again and again. It's not a big deal. Don't stress yourself out over it. So the answer is going to be a negative 9. All right, 6 more to go. We're at the halfway point. So the negative 27 is dividing the h. The opposite operation will be to multiply, and we want to multiply by negative 27. When we do multiplication and division, we don't change the sign. That's only with adding and subtracting. Because remember, you're trying to obtain a 1 or a 0. Okay, so these cancel out. That way you can get rid of it because you know your identity rules of mathematics. 2 negatives make a positive. And the answer is 54. All right, so 9 is dividing the t, so I have to multiply to get rid of it. Cancel, cancel, leaving me just with t. And 9 goes into that. Let's see, 9 times 9 is 81. 9 9 times 6 is 54, plus 8 more is going to be 62. I have one decimal place, so it's 62.1. Let's flip-flop this one around. All right, so the negative 5.3 is multiplying, so I have to divide it to get rid of it, because that equals 1, right? And that's that identity rule, leaving me just with h. And a negative and positive means my answer is going to be negative. Let's divide these bad boys. Goes in there first, it goes in there once, right? Which is not the answer I got. Did I write my numbers down correctly? Ooh, let me see here. Maybe I did the wrong operation. I think I did. I think I multiplied instead of divided. I'm going to do a quick check. Yes, that's exactly what I did. This is not the right answer. Let's go ahead and figure it out. So if you're like, I got this one wrong, and you don't know why, well, now you do. I did it wrong. I mixed it up in my head. All right, so 53 goes into this 3 times. It's good to know that sometimes I do that, right? Because then, hold on, I'm looking at my numbers. And then you know that it's okay when you do it, right? So 9, 15. So the answer is actually a negative 13 for this one. All right, let's do some fractions. Our last 3 are all fractions. So the 9 and 1/5, this is actually multiplying that s. So I need to divide it. And I have to divide it on both sides. Identity rule goes to 1, leaves me just with an s. Remember to divide fractions. First thing I need to do is turn them into improper fractions, which means a 24 over 5 divided by 46 over 5, a negative 46 over 5. I need to just drop my negatives because 2 negatives make a positive answer. My answer is going to be positive. And I need to keep change flip. So I keep that first fraction, change to multiplication, flip that second fraction. If this is really bugging you, why am I keep change flipping? I teach a class, hands-on fun with rational numbers, which goes through modeling why this rule works. All right, I can cancel out these 5s. I can do some more canceling, but I'm just going to do the obvious and reduce at the end. That way I do a little bit of both for you guys. All right, because everybody does it differently. All right, I'm going to do, I think 4. Let's do 2 times 12. And for this one, I'm going to do 2 times 23. Okay. So I can reduce by the 2's, and my answer is going to be 12 over 23, which is the answer. Look at that. I love it when it works out. This 8 3/5 is subtracting d, so to undo it, I'm going to have to add it. What I do to one side, got to do to that other side. Let me write it out. All right, that's going to go to 0, leaving me just with d. All right, common denominator here is going to be 45, which means my numerator over here is going to be 35. Again, hands-on fun with rational numbers if you need help with this. All right, so 927, I need to put that 8 in front. Okay, 0 plus 8, my whole number is going to be 8. Well, first let me do these, okay? So this is going to be 2, carry a 1, 4, 5, 62 over 45. That's improper, so let's turn it into a mixed number. Let me write these vertically. This one's a little bit confusing, and it'd be better if I carry it. All right, so over here I'm going to get 62 over 45. That's improper. I can't do that. I got to carry 1 to the other column, which means 62 minus 45. 5 to 50 plus 12 more is 17. So I actually have 17 over 45. Add this column and I get 9. Okay, 9 and 17 over 45, it's going to be positive. All right, this one is adding, so I have to subtract it from both sides. All right, that's going to go to 0. All right, so let me do this one the vertical method as well. Got to find that common denominator. In this case, it's 35. This one's going to be subtraction. All right, so 35, that's going to make the top 21. 35, that's going to make the top 25. All right, 21 subtract 25 is going to leave me with 4 over 35. And 11 subtract from 16 is going to leave me with 5. So the answer is 5 and 4/35. All right, that's it for this video. Keep working it till you feel like you've mastered these skills. Contact me if you need more worksheets. Contact me if you need more help. And I will see you in class.